it is the Bookitarian here for another video. Today I thought I would keep things nice and short and simple and informative. I'm still trying to get the news out about what I do and don't like on this particular channel, and that'll probably evolve as I film over the years, which, you know, again, is to be expected. But for today's video, I thought I would do a top 5 list of tropes that I do not like. Now, it varies from mild annoyance on this list to hating with an ultimate passion, ranking from 1 to 5, number 1 being the most vile, number 5 being mildly annoying. So, number 5 is the miscommunications trope. Now, this trope, it's used a lot, and most of the time I don't even recognize it for what it is if it's done well. So in that case, it's not quite that bad, and it won't ruin the book for me entirely, but it does, it can get, like I said, mildly annoying if it is used over and over again to basically make a plot. If you're using it so much that the only reason there's a problem in the book at all is because the characters won't talk to each other about an issue, that gets annoying. I'm more of a villain causes problems for the sake of causing problems person. That would be better than miscommunication between the main characters are making unnecessary drama. Alright, number 4 is the perfect character trope. Now for this one, I'm using examples like, I guess, Aelin Galathynius for book 4 and 5 of the Throne of Glass series. She seemed to be doing absolutely almost no wrong, and she was getting super ridiculously powerful, and she just, well, I suppose she does have flaws, so maybe she's not the greatest example, but you know what I mean. Just like a character that is so perfect, they seem to do absolutely no wrong, and they're overpowered to the max, and that's basically, it just turns into their character being this perfect being, and it's so unobtainable. I'm a really realistic type of person, even if you put me into an extreme epic fantasy. If you put like a scene where some guy's just randomly washing the dishes, I'm like, hey, I see you, I don't like washing the dishes either, as my parents do know very well. But, like, putting in the absolute perfect character into your plot is not sticking to any kind of realistic, relatable stance for the audience, so I don't like that so much. And that one is more of a, it can spoil the book for me, but if you do it well enough, so it's like, he seems perfect, but oh no, he's actually not. He does develop flaws as the book goes on. I'll probably end up forgetting that it even happened in the first place, which, you know, is fine if you wanted your book to be unremarkable, which I don't see why you would. But anyways, that one is more of a solid annoyance, that if I do see it, it will always annoy me, unless something happens in the book that changes the trope in some way, shape, or form. Alright, number 3 is insta-love. Now, some people, this is like a 50-50 trope that people find in books and on BookTube. Some people don't mind it or like it. Some people really, really don't like it. I am among the people who don't like it because, again, with the realism, I like plot lines and relationships between characters to be realistic. And if they're not, I'm gonna call you out on it. And it's a solid potential to ruin a book for me. At most, it'll probably make me rate it down a star below what I would have. Rated it if you had actually put more time and effort in developing the relationship before one of the characters says to the other that they are in love with them. Just not realistic, folks. Don't do it. It hurts. Alright, number 2 is stereotypical characters. Now, for this trope, it can be taken in a lot of different ways, and it's probably not even strictly called a trope. It's more of how the author writes the characters, but the value of books in general that people don't like. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. So, like, if you write an Asian character and the only point of them being there is for them to be really smart and, like, tutor for some reason or another, or just, like, the gay person, the only gay person in the book is written there so they can be diverse and then to die at the end as being the sacrificial death to make things imperfect in the way a book's ending should generally be. Just stupid, silly little things like that really get on my nerve. I like my characters to be well-rounded and more developed, not two-dimensional, not one-dimensional, on film in 3D. That's what I meant to say. On film in 3D. And sometimes they're not, and in which case I probably most likely will put the book down and rate that a star lower than I would have done originally, as for like whatever rating I was giving it before, it'd just be knocked down. Sometimes I probably will like rage quit reading the book and just not finish it. That hasn't happened to me in quite some time, but it has happened in the past. Alright, and coming down at number 1. My number 1 most hated trope, probably of all time, as I don't see it going away unless people just really get smart about this. Somebody happens to watch this video and be like, yeah, let's eliminate that from books. Publishers maybe pressure the authors to not be quite so heavy-handed with this trope in particular. And that would be girl hate. Now, girl hate is something that I, as a reader, have solidly been aware of that I do not like, ever since I read Anna and the French Kiss. And it's something that I didn't really notice that was a big thing in books in general up until I read Anna and the French Kiss, where there's just a lot of girl hate. The main character has this not like other girls trope, which was very much considered for me putting on this list, but most of the time it's done tastefully as far as my experiences in it. Aside from this opportunity or instance, of course, it was not done very well at all. But the girl hate in that book, because the main character was very much I'm not like other girls, made it seem like she thought every other girl in the book was not worthy of her in a way, and I just did not like that. And of course, every other instance that I've read a book that I've seen girl hate in, it automatically makes me DNF it, rate it. Like, I haven't actually given a book a 1 star before, but I'm sure I'll come across a book in which I do give a 1 star. But I for sure will not give it 4 stars or maybe even 3 stars. It'll probably just go to an automatic 2 star, if not a 1 star. I hate the trope, and it needs to go die a very painfully long and brutal death. Publishers, if we can get on that, that would be great. Alright everybody, so that was my top 5 list of tropes that I do not like in the slightest. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I will see you soon with another video. Bye!